Welcome back, folks. If you're a fan of live music and discovering new artists, the Trail Conservancy is hosting Music on the Trail every Wednesday evening in October. Today we have one of the performers, Katrina Kane, joining us alongside COO Hannah Kofer. Y'all, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Lovely to have both of your smiling faces here. Hannah, we're coming to you first. Talk to us about this series and why you guys wanted to do it.
Yeah, well, we started the series peak COVID. You know, all the venues were closed, music venues were closed, all the bars were closed. And it was an opportunity for us to just bring people outside safely, gathering and to bring a lot of our musicians out into this space that, we spend so much of our time building capital projects and bathrooms and bridges and things and doing ecological restoration. But it's really important to sort of create those moments of unity in our natural sanctuary in downtown Austin.
Absolutely. I'm glad you said unity because you guys have kind of set yourselves up perfectly to be great music venues, kind of.
I mean, it's pretty perfect, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like, what's more quintessentially Austin than watching the sunset over Lady Bird Lake and listening to some acoustic music?
Yeah, that's a beautiful picture. Is what that is. Hannah, talk to me about some recent performers. Anything we can look forward to throughout the rest of the month?
Yeah, so most recently we've had Motenko, Brother Thunder. They've been fantastic. This next Wednesday we have Dawn and Hawks. We're very excited about that. So
you're getting big nods from Katrina on that,
right?
She's like, yes,
I
girl.
mean, if you're in Austin, these names and they're just fantastic. So we're thrilled.
Yeah, and so that's going to be all the way through the end of the month of October, right?
Yep.
And then do we have to wait until 2025 to get it again?
Maybe.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good to
Great.
know, y'all. So you want to make sure you
Yes.
plan for this month every Wednesday to head out there and have some fun. Hopefully, that weather will continue to cool down just a little bit. What kind of genres, just in case somebody's watching but they haven't heard necessarily of the bands you're talking about, are you covering?
I mean, it's kind of everything. So we've got a little bit of folk, a little bit of country, some rock and roll. Like we've had literally kind of across the full spectrum because we've been doing this since 2020 nonstop. So it's
Wonderful.
You can get a little bit of everything. We've got a Spotify playlist too, so if you want to kind of dabble in some of the artists that have been out, that one's kind of fun.
That's
to
a
check
really
out.
good idea. Yeah. Experience something new, maybe find somebody new to attach yourself to, which is what we're doing today with Katrina. Let's ask Katrina, how did you get into music? Because somebody might be watching saying, hang on, I've seen her before. She was on The Voice.
I was, yeah. It's the age-old story of I started music when I was very young, like 4. And I just always knew it's what I wanted to do, but I ended up, I went to college for music and from there just began performing full-time for a living. And I did end up on The Voice in 2018, I think it was.
Time
feels
flies.
So long ago. Yeah, and after that just transitioned into fully doing my own original music, and that's what I do now around town and kind of all over the country. So
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So singer-songwriter, guitar player. I always like to ask singer-songwriters, what comes first? Do the words come first? Does the feeling come first? How do you write?
That's a good question, and everyone's going to have a different answer for you. For me personally, I have to write the words and the melody at the exact same time. So for me, I don't. I have trouble setting words to music, but the melody and the lyrics will kind of inform each other on how to write something that's really singable, and the audience will enjoy joining in.
That's so interesting. Yeah, because the last musician I asked this question to, he said drum beat first.
Ah.
Lyrics last. This is why I always want to ask.
Yeah, it's
so
interesting.
fascinating when I have a creative brain to speak to. And can we ask about what genre of style of music you do?
Yeah, I put myself in the Americana category. Sometimes it'll lean more country. I have a song that's very honky-tonk, and sometimes it's a little more folky, maybe folk pop. So it kind of ranges in that Americana country world.
Gotcha. A perfect place to be here in Austin.
Yes.
Are there any artists that inspire you that you think, man, I really love that sound, or I love the lyricist that this person was?
Wow. Okay. What I usually tell people, I have so many answers for this, but I think the biggest, if I could distill my some of my influences and how I've ended up sounding, it's like if you had Joni Mitchell and Shania Twain in the same room.
Both very good answers.
Very good, very different.
Very different people, yes. But I understand kind of that pop realm, and then
Yeah.
Joni Mitchell's got a lot of heart. into what
absolutely.
she did.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. All right. Very fun. All right. You've been a performer in the past. Unfortunately, not a performer this month, but maybe I'm crossing my fingers for 2025. Yeah. Talk to me about what your set has looked like. You know, what kind of vibes are you setting up? What sort of music do you perform when you do a set like this?
So I performed, I think last spring, and it was, I played in the morning on the trail, just acoustic, solo, vocal, and guitar. And it was really lovely. There were people with families stopping to kind of, you know, dance along, getting coffee, and then there were runners, which I felt bad stopping their exercise routine, but they would stop to listen to the performers. And
that's how good you were, right?
It was, you know what, I'll take it. It was a lot of fun. So that's kind of the vibe for the morning performances I did, were kind of solo and kind of greeting the morning, I think, is how I'd say it.
Sure. And I think acoustic's a perfect setup for that.
Yes.
We are talking now, though, about evening performances for the rest of October. So can you tell me more about that, Hannah?
Yeah, we switched it up a little bit for this season. You know, even in the mornings in our second fall of Austin, like, it still can get a little bit warm. So we're just going to embrace it, you know, and have it be a little bit of a treat. You know, we started it being more of a pop-up kind of experience where if you're on the trail anyway, it's kind of like just a little surprise. This is more of like a bring your blanket, bring your snacks, bring your doggos out. And we're doing it at the Rainy Street Trailhead, which is our newest open sort of pocket park within a park kind of experience. So we're really excited to kind of switch it up, see how it goes, but it's just been fun to have it in this space, this sort of newly opened space, and have all of our favorite artists come out and celebrate with us.
I think it's wonderful, yes, and I want to make sure, we're in our last minute here, but Hannah, I would be remiss if I didn't ask about what else is going on with the Trail Conservancy.
Oh my goodness, everything. So you've probably seen the goats out there. I mean, we're really focusing on ecological restoration this time of year, so you'll see a lot of our volunteers out there. It's planting season. So folks want to come get involved, help us plant some trees. You can watch them grow when you're out seeing music on the trail. So we're really focusing on that right now. We've got some really cool projects that we're hoping to bring to life over in the Holly neighborhood. And then we're just doing a lot of different programming in the space, and it's always free, always accessible. So definitely come out and check it out.
Mm-hmm. They're working hard so that you can have a good time here in Austin. Y'all, I really appreciate your time today. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, guys, support local artists. Follow at Katrina Kane Music to stay up to date with the singer and learn more about the organization's events at thetrailconservancy.org. Now it's the part you've been waiting for. Katrina is going to play us to break with her original song, Gold.
20 years in 20 states, 20 gas stations along the way. I knew the road